Diane in Denmark here, and I just want to do a little fun video. Hopefully you'll find it's fun. Now, if you saw from the title of the video, I said, do you speak Flylady? Because as many of you know, I'm in Denmark, I'm Scottish, but I speak Danish, and I speak French, and I'm learning a bit of Swedish, and I used to speak Italian. And anyway, I know a lot of you, when you start the Flylady system, it can be a bit confusing with all the jargon that we use in Flylady, and I just wanted to go through a few of them. Now, if you're completely new to Flylady, you can go to flylady.net, and if you look there, there's actually a section on Flylady buzzwords and acronyms, and also if you've got the Sync Reflections book, this is my one, there's a list in there, and actually this is the second one that I got, because I gave my first one to a friend, but I got another one, and I've got the date, because I think it says in the very beginning, write down the date that you start Flylady, and there's mine. Mine was 13th of August 2006, so there you go. Anyway, so I've written down a few of the ones that come up. So you may have heard me saying, for example, my DS17. So DS just stands for your dear son, 17 years old, or DD 15. I've got a dear daughter who's 15. And in Flylady we used like DH is your dear husband, I'm going to say your DSO, your dear significant other, and just a nice way to, you know, say who's in your family without having to go through the whole thing. So you've probably heard me saying that. You've also probably heard me mentioning a CJ. You remember that was the control journal that you may or may not have made during the 31 baby steps. And if you looked for Flylady, you've probably seen, you probably were typing, oh, here we go, we've got sun coming over, yay, do not adjust your sets, we have sun in Denmark today. You may have seen chaos, you've probably, you might have Googled that you're overwhelmed, you're living in chaos, and in Flylady, chaos also stands for can't have anyone over syndrome. And that's, just that feeling where you feel like you cannot open your front door, you cannot let anybody from the outside in to see your life, to see your house, because you're trying to hide it. And that's what I felt when I was overwhelmed and looking for Flylady. So hold on, I'm just wondering whether I should move or anyway, don't worry about the sun. I'm just enjoying it, but I can see there's also clouds coming, so I'll go into shadow again soon. Right, and I said I was living in chaos. Another thing that you might have heard of is if you are a BO, and I'm kind of half BO. Now, BO has got nothing to do with body odor. BO stands for born organized. Some people are just born organized. If they buy one new thing, they throw out the old one. And I'm half and half. Like at work, I was known as misinformation, not misinformation, misinformation, because I had all the information and everything was set up nicely. But at home, I am not born organized. I am sidetracked and I don't know where to start if I don't have a manual to guide me. And that's why I found Flylady, because I was born organized at work, but I was ashamed of my house, and the rest of my life was disorganized. So there you go. BO has got nothing to do with having to put a bit more deodorant on. And another one, LOL. You may think it stands for laugh out loud, but it also stands for a load of laundry. So you might, if you used to be in Flylady chat, you might have seen people typing that, oh, they've just done an LOL, and that means that they've put in a load of laundry. So think about that the next time that you're having problems with laundry. And remember, today is a new month, and our new habit for August is doing laundry. Just keep that. Every time you're doing laundry and you don't want to do it, think of LOL and laugh out loud and put on that load of laundry. Right, next one. Here's another funny one. And this, always makes me laugh. It's another thing that you might have seen if you've been with Flylady for a long time and been in the Flylady chat is poopa. Now, poopa is spelt P-U-P-A, but when I say it, I'm sorry, I just get other connotations. Anyway, poopa is a really good Flylady thing to do, and that will help you from creating more chaos in your life. Poopa actually stands for pick up and put away. So let's take it, for example, you can, here's the timer, I've always got a timer in my videos. You can, if you've got small kids, and you know what it's like, they kind of take all the toys out and all the cars are on the floor. Oh, there we are, I've gone into shade again. All the cars are on the floor and all the books are on the floor. You can set your timer and say to them, okay, we're going to do poopa, poopa for 5 minutes. You're going to pick up all the toys and put them into the basket, or pick up all the books and put them onto the bookshelf. Or if you have a teenager, you can ask them to pick up all the dirty clothes that are lying on their bedroom floor. Don't ask me how I know this. And put them into the washing basket. Or even yourself, if you have been doing a project and thinking, well, I'll just leave it out on the kitchen table. No, you've got to do a poopa as well and pick it up and put it away. Do not think, oh, well, I'll be doing that project maybe tomorrow. Don't procrastinate. Do a poopa and get things put away where they belong. Right, so that was it for the poopa. What else do we have? Oh, yes, baby steps. You will have heard us all talking about the baby steps. Maybe you did the 31 baby steps. I know I've said it 3,000 times, but the baby steps are a great place to start because you're just doing steps of a baby. Everybody can do baby steps, and those little baby steps are going to get you to where you need to be. And I did the 31 days of Flylady baby stepping, taking you from a chaotic, from chaos to a clean and organized home and life. So baby steps are what we're all about. We do things in baby steps. We just put one foot in front of the other. We take it slow and steady. Slow and steady, that's another Flylady jargon thing. So we're all about just making progress. Yeah, that's what babies do. They just put one foot in front of the other or one arm in front of the other and pull themselves along. That's all we're doing with the Flylady system. Right, moving quickly on to the next one because I so wanted to make a short video today. Anyway, MR and ER. Well, MR stands for morning routine, and hopefully you've got a morning routine going. If you've just started with Flylady, your morning routine will be getting dressed to shoes and maybe doing a swish and swipe. ER does not stand for emergency room, or at least not in Flylady. ER is evening routine, and if you've just started with Flylady, your evening routine will be drying out the sink. I always put out a fresh dish towel and tea towel. I just use the ones that I've got that I've been using during the day. I wipe it out. I don't scrub. And remember, when we talk about shining the sink at night, we're not doing the deep clean and scrubbing it. Just wipe it out with a paper towel, or use the cloth that you've been using to wipe your hands during the day. Just dry it out and then put out a fresh towel. How easy is that? Anyway, I got sidetracked. Sidetracked, another classic Flylady thing. That is why we're all here, because we can't focus for very long, for long periods of time, and that's why we use our timer. Right. Another one. Oh yes, another acronym. WHB. You may have seen that used on the Flylady website or in Flylady. The Flylady chat, unfortunately, is closed now. But WHB stands for Weekly Home Blessing, and that's when we do a surface clean of the main areas of the house. Remember, we're not doing a whole house when we do WHB, Weekly Home Blessing. We're just doing the main areas of our house. We're just keeping things ticking over and keeping the status quo. Next one, I've only got a couple left, so don't worry. The next one, is a great one, is a hotspot. And we're not talking about a Wi-Fi hotspot. You know, your kids are always looking for a Wi-Fi hotspot. A hotspot is anywhere that you have, you know, a dumping ground. You know, I used to have tons of hotspots. I'll always have a hotspot. I've always got a place where I kind of dump things, and mine is the end of the kitchen counter, as you'll have seen on other videos. On top of my bread, I've got this little bread bin. You've seen it before. And that's where I kind of put things during the day and say, you know, I'm going to get to it. And at the end of the day, when I'm, you know, drying out my sink and putting on tomorrow's coffee, what I do is I clear off my hotspot. You take your timer and you set it just for a couple of minutes, and all those things that you have dumped there during the day, you put them away. So it could be, you know, maybe you pick up a book and the book needs to go on the bookshelf, or maybe you had some mail that came in, and instead of just opening it up and shredding it right away, you put it there thinking, oh, now is the time to either shred it or put it in with your control journal to do on a Plan and Play Tuesday, which is today. So your hotspot is just that dumping ground. If you've just started with Flylady, you've probably got a few places that you come in the door and maybe you dump them in the hall. Maybe you've got a little hall table, or maybe you dump them in the living room. Just start working on your hotspots and try and extinguish them. That's what we say, we extinguish a hotspot. And see if you can at least just get it down to one hotspot. So instead of, like, if you feel yourself about to put something down, at least put it in the same hotspot, and let's just keep it in one area. Okay, let me see. Oh gosh, I've been talking for 12 minutes. Okay, and two more. 27 fling boogie. And, you know, when we hear boogie, we think, okay, we're going to go dancing, and you can kind of go dancing. What you're doing with the 27 fling boogie is, if you're kind of feeling overwhelmed and you've got tons of clutter, tons of things lying around, you just take a bag, you know, a bag for, you know, recycling or for the trash, and you go around and you find 27 things that you can throw away or recycle. Once you've done that, you can do it again and go around and find 27 things to put away, and then put those back in the places where they're meant to go. Or you can do 27 things to give away, you know, to put in a bag to take to the thrift store, you know, the charity shop. So 27 fling boogie. I can't remember why Marla, you know, the Flylady, I can't remember why it was 27. I think she just liked that number. It was to do with forming habits and 21 days. Anyway, so if you hear, you know, people talking about, oh, they're going to do a 27 fling boogie, that's what it is. You're just flinging what we can and boogieing on down while we do it. Okay, and I really need to keep this. I'm really trying to rein in my time here because I know it takes a lot of your time. And last one is fly. Let me see, you know, because there's Marla, who is the Flylady. Now, Marla was known as the Flylady to begin with because she loved fly fishing. But one of the fly babies, you know, we're all fly babies. I used to be a Flylady mentor, and my name was Flylady Diane, but I'm just a fly baby like you. You know, I have the same challenges. I'm still the same me inside, but at least I'm using the Flylady system to keep me out of trouble. Fly, the acronym that one of the fly babies came up with was finally loving yourself. And that is such a great way to think about it. What we're doing with the Flylady system is we come to Flylady looking for help because our house is in chaos and we can't let anybody in the door and we're ashamed. But what Flylady system teaches us is to look, you know, we're looking after our homes, we're looking after ourselves, we're watching our time, we have a plan for things so we're not getting stressed, we're drinking our water, we're keeping up with laundry, new habit for August, And that's all we're doing. We're just looking after ourselves so that we can do what we invariably do, which is looking after everybody else. But we've got to look after ourselves too. So anyway, I hope that was useful for you. So next time somebody says, parlez-vous Flylady or sprechen Sie Flylady, you will know all these things, and hopefully that will be a good guide for you. And otherwise, it is Tuesday. Hooray! And also the first of the month, I think. Yeah, I think so. So today is Plan and Play Tuesday. If you need help with that, I've made a whole, what do you call it? Losing my words now, sidetrack. A playlist of, each day in Flylady has a purpose and goals, so that it's all kind of mapped out for us, so we don't need to be stressing the whole time thinking, what is it we're meant to be doing today? So Flylady Plan and Play Tuesday for me is planning meals. I'm going to do that with the kids. They've got one more week before they go back to school, and they're getting to kind of choose good things and cook and the other thing is I'm going to go through bank statements, also because it's the first of the month and those come in, so I tally up bank statements. The other thing I need to do is to book myself a haircut for when the kids go back to school next week. I'm going to go and get my haircut. So take your timer, go and do some planning and playing, and and don't forget the play part. But I thought that this kind of fitted in quite well with plan and play, that we're having some fun talking Flylady. So anyway, that was it for me, Diane in Denmark. I shall see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic Tuesday, a terrific Tuesday, and live long and prosper. And that is not a Flylady reference, but I know you know where that comes from. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now.